Yes. So yes, hello guys, good
Okay.
evening. So today we are starting our group task session number 3 with Ketan Kumar Sinha sir, currently working in HPCL. So I will be giving all the host claim to Ketan sir. Sir, you can start the recording and you can guide our MargDarshan students. Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Jayesh. So, as discussed, I will be starting the GT session now. Okay, you will be, I will be sharing the screen. As soon as the question comes to you, you will be given 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm putting on the timer. Okay, so just wait, I will share my screen. I hope my screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the 8 students whose names I would already told earlier, they can, they will be ready with a pen and paper. I'm just going to share the problem statement, and then 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I will tell you when to start the group discussion. Okay? Yeah. This is your question. Okay, guys, you can discuss now. Start discussing.
Good morning, everyone. I want to have the opportunity to address the problem statement to all of you guys. So currently, the statement given to us that the HPCL wants to develop a fuel depot. Fuel depot is a place where we used to store petrol, kerosene, diesel, etc. The main issue here is that we need to develop the fuel depot in the least possible time, and the latitudes and longitudes of the place have been given. So in order to develop the depot in least time, I think the most important factors here would be the approvals of land acquisition and transportation of materials, because these two are the points that take the maximum time. And in order to start the construction early, we need to have a proper facility of transportation of materials. And subsequently, we can look after the other factors that are necessary. So I now open the group for the discussion among all of us.
Yeah, I appreciate
Hello,
your point
Yes,
put by
yes, guys.
yeah, may I
See, I
speak?
can also say that first approvals for the land is first we have to go for that, and second one is also transportation of materials, and after these two things, the third is the internet connectivity. Uh, After the internet
Okay,
connectivity, we'll go for the manpower arrangement. So these are my the first four priorities.
okay, guys. In my opinion, we are developing a depot in a northeastern region, which is basically a hilly area. There will be an issue because of the topography is very difficult there. So, firstly, we have to analyze the topography of that particular area. Then we have to make a feasibility report, that is which land is suitable for our depot. So firstly, I think we should analyze the topography, that is earthquake and landslides are there. So firstly, we make a topographical report there. Subsequently, we can decide other points also. What guys do you think that what the first priority of our project should be?
Yeah, I agree with
Yes,
Ayushi.
I
And
agree
appreciate
with
the point
what
with
my friend
Asmit
said.
and
What Ayushi said. As she said that the topography is the main concern, but before that we need to take the local support. Like as can see here, there is we need to face challenges like snake and other animals, and also we need to arrange the manpower. For that we need some local support. What do you guys say?
yeah, I would
Yeah,
like
I
to
agree on the broader point, but I think that land acquisition would be main, because for setting up the depot, we also need to see what kind of building, what is the size of the depot, and if the
I
land
think,
is
guys,
stable.
manpower will also play a significant role because it is a hilly region, as Ayushi said. So there would be an issue of transportation, and also manpower is required. Enough manpower is required.
yeah, I
I
would
think
like
for
to
the
Guys,
please. I would like to
we'll
add some points
prioritize
here.
one by one. So, guys,
Yeah, yeah.
we'll prioritize one by one. So first,
First
we
of all,
have
we need to acquire the
first,
land. After that, we need to
yeah,
find the way for transportation. And
first
Third
agree
would be
on that.
manpower.
First,
guys,
first
I
agree.
have one point. I have one
Excuse
point
me,
before
all of you
acquiring.
have put it some one point. Let's give me a chance to
Okay.
keep my point. Yeah, okay. So as Asmit and who said that the land acquisition, but I know according to me is that we have to build a sustainable plan. So we have to first see the land side. Is it earthquake prone or not? And the forest zone department, the government allotted land has need to be the forest need not to be title clear land. So it won't be a problem in the future. So according to me, and we have to see the wildlife scenario there. So it not be harmful to the nature as well. So these are the first main points to consider. Then the manpower, and it would be, as the incident happened in the recent days, that the tunnel collapsible. So we have to see the first, how is the land? Is it made for the, we have to dig some, pipelines and everything here. So it may not harm the surrounding area, and it would be sustainable for our company as well. And the transportation and the rest are, I think we could manage easily. And first, according with the snake and the land acquisition, I said the internet connectivity would be the most a major concern, which should be checked before, building a plant over there. Thank you.
Yes, I agree with Prathamesh that firstly we have to look into that land situation. What is there? What is the land situation there? Because before having approval for our land, we have to submit a report to the government that what kind of land we are acquiring there. So firstly, we have to see the earthquake and landslide situation. Second would be the snake and wildlife there. And then we have to go for internet connectivity. I agree with this point.
Yeah, there
So
are mainly
what
2
guys do
points.
you
But
think?
I think we also need to arrange the manpower because it is a construction would also take place in rainy season. So accordingly, we need to plan. And also, since it
I agree with Padmesh. Like earthquake is the necessary condition. Like we have to acquire the land, and after that we should look for the approval because what is the cost, and we should discuss with the locals how is the what is the cost, what is the necessary condition, who should we talk to, and after that we should go for the transportation feasible. Then we can look for the internet connectivity and arrangement of manpower. And lastly, like snakes and other wildlife and construction in the rainy should be the last priority of ours.
I think, guys, the time is the main constraint as mentioned in the problem. So we need to arrange according to the time. We need to see which factor is taking minimum time, and accordingly we need to prioritize the factors.
Yeah, I agree, but hidden point is the sustainable
no,
plant.
but
Sustainability is the main concern.
But to minimize the time, we need to minimize the factor which will take the more time. So land acquisition is the thing in area survey which is included in land acquisition, I believe, takes lot of time. First planning, we need to assess what kind of land it is and what type of building we are making. Accordingly, based on that, if we get the land, then we'll see how we'll transport the materials, if proper material transportation facilities are available or not. And the kind of project we are taking, accordingly we'll plan the manpower. And I believe that earthquake, wildlife, animals, all these are the subsets of the land acquisition, because if we are acquiring land, obviously it will not be in a city, it will be a distant place. Maybe it could be a forest or a region like containing small shrubs, herbs, something like that. So obviously wildlife, animals, I believe, will come in land acquisition only. So what I think is
but the earthquake is the problem, right?
Yes, guys,
First we
I
have
want to add one point
land.
here. Just I want to add one point. As my previous colleague said,
also government authorities also we need to approve from government authorities.
Yeah, one point that we could hire some locals for, construction site. They will be higher on the daily wages basis, so it would be beneficial for them also and for company also, or for the manpower purpose.
Yeah,
I think manpower purpose can be solved by contracting an EPC company, since HPCL is taking projects, so we can outsource that.
Yeah, Devraj want to say something. Yeah, Devraj, please.
Yeah, as you said that we need to get support from the locals. With that, we need to get the support from the climate specialist and geologist to study the like earthquakes. As a geologist, we can see which land is prone to earthquake and landslide, and also as a climate specialist, he will study about the seasonal variations, like what is.
So guys, we have to prioritize all the points here. We have to prioritize all the points on the basis of their time issues and their importance. So I think topographical issues are important. That should be placed at the first place.
After transportation, I think internet connectivity is the main point, because for coordinating with each other, we have to, for acquiring manpower, we have to coordinate with each other. And for that, we need internet connectivity, which is after transportation is the main priority.
Friends, so I would just like to I would just like to repeat till now that we have discussed land, then transport, then internet, and then manpower.
Excuse me, one second, one second.
So-
As Asmit said initially that the mentioned problem is in the least time, you know. So I would like to, I appreciate his point and few members also agree with him, but I would have like to counteract with one point that the least priority is main important, but you know, later on stage it should not cause any problems to the plant, you know, that we have to relocate the plant or some, you know, earthquake comes and you know, the tunnel incident happened, you know, be a few months back. So I think that should not be the case happening over there. So it would
Yeah,
cause
Pratmesh, I think proper
Yeah,
geological survey
main
also is
priority.
required to conduct it.
yeah.
As we are storing
main priority
petroleum
should be
products, that
earthquake.
will be, we can't relocate our depot like if like every earthquake situation happens there. So we have to think accordingly.
The first priority is our earthquake. After that, we will go for the approvals,
Approval of.
land approvals. And third priority is the transportation. After transportation, we will go for the internet connectivity because that is important to arrange all the things. And after internet connectivity, we will go for the rainy season arrangement before manpower, because in rainy season arrangement, we have to do a lot of arrangements like shelter, clothes and equipment, and first aid kits. So rainy season is required before manpower. After manpower, we will go for the animals, because animals are the least concern of the hilly area people, because they are already very expert about the animals. So these
Sorry,
I
I
think
would like to
I agree with
counteract here.
Kunal.
Sorry, I would like to counteract here because the wildlife sanctuary is the main concern for the, you know, current Indian state, and the hills area they would have, you know, large number of animals, wild animals. We have to think about them first. And as you said, internet connectivity after transportation, I won't agree, because before transportation we have to be, you know, internet connectivity should be sound enough
Yes,
to
yes.
do the, yeah.
Guys,
Because
first after internet, after the transportation, it will be easy, because without internet we can't transport, like we can't connect to the peoples for the transportation. So in
yes,
third
yes, I
point,
also agree. And for procurement of materials
third
also,
point
for
will be go
construction
for,
goods also, internet would be required. So
yes, third point will go for internet, and after that we will go for transport. So that sequence
Because
okay,
will
guys.
be,
you know, a practical
First,
point I would like to add here is the RA car shed in the Mumbai, you know, for the metro car shed, the trees of the RA was cut down. So it is impacting the environment by a large amount in Mumbai right now. So I think the wildlife sanctuary and the trees are the main concern rather
because
than.
in construction of depot, we have to remove all the area we are constructing. So basically, we will remove the shelter of all the wild animals there. So we have to think about that also. So first will be the
Yeah, but that will.
We need to
Yeah, but
study
that will come under approval of land. So
we
when
have
we're
to
approving for the
no,
land,
no. First, we'll assess the area, then only we can acquire the land. Na.
So
So
for
Is it
Yes.
assessing that
forest
area, we need to
forest acquisition
acquire
zone
some
or not?
specialist.
There is
So I
some
we
think
need to
laws
first point
identify
would be,
like
I
4 or
think,
5
topography,
areas.
and second
We are
point would
not.
be then approval for land acquisition. First will be topographical factors,
Hmm.
and second will be approval and construction, and subsequently other factors.
Right, right.
I have one more point here. We should not go for approval after the firstly we have to see the topography of the that land. Second would be we have to think about the wild animals there, because in the feasibility report we have to ensure the government department that we are not affecting any wildlife there.
Yeah, correct.
Ayushi, without land
yeah, that
approvals,
should be the
how you will, without land approvals, how you will go for
For land approval, she's saying we need to prove to the government that wildlife sanctuary is not high. You know,
Yeah,
No, no.
Yes.
Actually,
so she's saying that point.
here it is mentioned land acquisition, not approval. What happens that we can identify 4 or 5 sites where earthquake is more, where earthquake is less, which is animal prone zone. Based on that, after the survey results came, then only we can acquire the land.
Okay, so this
Approval
could be the
only
first point in
Yes.
your
comes in.
conclusion. Yeah, this could be the first point in your conclusion. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, that first point
Because
would be
based on
assessing
that
land
result only we
department.
can acquire the land. We cannot first acquire and then think whether earthquake will be there or not, and it will be waste of money.
Right.
And I think third would be land acquisition, because usually it is a government process and it takes a lot of time. So earlier it begins,
Okay.
more would be beneficial. And since we
Then
are
fourth,
acquiring the land, then based on that only we can decide a transport, because since the land location is fixed, now we have to move the transport materials from one place to other. And internet connectivity, I think, would be above transport, because internet connectivity is must for acquiring the materials which would be required for construction, for contracting. Maybe we can hire some EPC company who will build. So internet connectivity is also required. So my friends,
Yes.
I think earthquake, then wildlife, then land, then internet.
Then
Think we can agree on this
transportation.
order till now.
After
Yes, sir. Transportation,
we'll go for
manpower, then construction in the rainy season.
Yeah. I'm also saying that we'll after internet transportation, after transportation, we'll arrange by manpower. If the manpower are there, we'll work. So the rainy season is apart.
I
we'll
think
side
for
it.
transportation we require manpower.
My friends, before manpower, we need rainy season arrangement because it is very necessary. Shelters, how will you make shelters?
Yeah, but who will do the rainy season
But
arrangements?
we need to assess how much
It is
manpower
not
is there.
about. It is not about arrangement
about
of.
the rainy Yeah, it is not about the
Go
arrangement
ahead,
of the
go
rainy
ahead.
season, but
It is written
other
in the
seasons also we need manpower. So for rainy season, we will.
First of all, we need to find how much manpower is required for the given construction.
Correct.
According
Then
to
we
You
could
can
do,
conclude now. You can conclude.
Sir,
Yeah, Ayushi,
Okay,
or
so-
one blurry face, could you please state your name?
Raman Bhatt.
Will you please conclude the session if
So
everyone
I think
agrees?
my friends, based on what we discussed, the order of preference which we get is, I think, earthquake, landslide would be first, second would be wildlife, third would be land acquisition, followed by internet connection, fifth would be transport, sixth would be this manpower arrangement, and seventh would be construction in rain. I think we can agree on this.
yes.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree with this.
If
Seems
I will agree
anybody
with
feels
you.
like
Proper.
there should be a different order, then he or she may point out.
Okay.
Else we
Okay.
can
Thank
conclude.
you.
No, I
Thank you,
think
Dean.
we came with a necessary
Thank you, Dean.
conclusion.
Thank you, Dean. Yeah.
Okay.
Your time is up now.
Yeah.
Oh, very well done. I was very excited to see the responses of each and everyone. So I have mentioned, I have noted down each and every remarks regarding each of you. Okay. So one by one, I will go through all this. Okay. But let me just tell you a brief about this problem statement. Okay. So this problem statement I just framed today morning only. Okay. And this is one of the general concern in like oil and gas industries. You have to set up a new thing. Then how will you deal? Okay. And these challenges are day-to-day challenges. So it is a very
Sir, you are
statement.
The
And I
voice is
give
The
it
voice
breaking.
is
not
not
from
audible.
so especially like the point of sustainability.
So can you please repeat?
Okay, just let me want to tell you. I just want to tell you that I gave this problem statement not to think, not to like focus on your
Sir, if you
skills,
could
but also
turn off your
ethical
camera,
skills.
sir, it would save the bandwidth. Sorry, sir, interrupt you.
Especially
Because
like the point
Voice is lagging.
Voice is
Sir,
not
not
audible.
audible correctly.
sustainable. What I was telling ki, I actually like the points that you raised, especially about sustainability and the wildlife focus. Okay, so these are the prime concerns that environment also needs to be taken care along with the work. Okay, now one by one I will just go through your quick reviews. Okay, and the points of like the points that you should focus. Okay, so before that, I just also want to tell, like briefly tell you about the problem statement. Key few things that might have created confusion, like snake and other wild animals. This was supposed to be taken care during the course of construction. Okay, not it is a part of wildlife sanctuary and other things. But yeah, it can be thought in that way also. So in a group task, that is not there is no definite solution, like no fixed solution. So whatever you suggest has some weightage. Okay, and based on that I like the priority order in which you people focus, but I would like to suggest a few modifications in that at first. So first and foremost important thing is your approval for land acquisition. Okay, before few of you have told that earthquake and landslides should be taken care first. See, earthquake and landslides, uh, these happen during the course of construction in a very rare case. Okay, so it is a part of land acquisition that you are going to procure the land where you fit that your depot will be depot will free from the earthquake and landslides only. Okay, So you should see that Dispur district of Assam, although it is an earthquake prone area, it is lying in the zone 5, but if you have to construct, then it is a part of land acquisition only, that you procure the land properly. Okay. Now, in land acquisition part, there are also several approvals, like approvals from the forest authorities, approval from the airport authorities, and many others. So these things need to be taken into consideration before acquiring a land. Okay, so their approval means once you get the land, now you can start the work. Okay, so according to me, like although you have suggested, but approvals for land acquisition and earthquake and slide should be taken simultaneously care. Okay, then see, arrangement of manpower should be taken before the transportation of materials. Like once you transport the materials, who will be there to ship the materials? So manpower requirement is must before you transport the materials. Once manpower comes, you will start the transportation of materials also. Okay. So that point also should be taken into care. And yes, I like that point that internet connectivity issues should be taken consideration before the like transportation of material and arrangement of manpower. That was a very good point. You understood the importance. Okay. So now one by one feedback. So do you have any questions till now? Shall I start the one by one feedback?
No, sir. First feedback, sir. Sir, feedback, sir. Please. I have to go, sir.
Okay. 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 So Pratmesh, at first, I would like to tell you that you asked in the group that for putting your point. Okay. So it is not the correct way that you are speaking something and now let me also speak. So this is actually not the very good way, decent way. Okay, you should interrupt in a proper way, but not like that. You people are already told. Now I should tell. Okay, so this does not sound very good. Okay, first point is that, and then approval for forest and all other points that you mentioned was very good. And one thing I noticed that once you spoke in the first and you said thank you. What is this thank you? Are you going to conclude in your first point? So
Yeah,
this
right.
thing, you should avoid this thing. Okay. And next, the next point that I liked is you focus on sustainability. Okay. Next is you also focused on internet for transportation. I like that point. And the point that I did not like is see, you tried to ignore the time factor. In any construction project, time is the only main concern. Okay, you will be put under a lot of pressure to
Correct.
achieve your target. So you cannot just ignore time simply. Okay, you should tell ki, time is also an important factor, but and before that you should be ready for all other approvals. Okay, but time you cannot ignore. Okay,
Okay, sir.
clear?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So Pratmesh, this was the overall review about you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Hmm. Okay. Next is Ashmit Khare. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that was a very good introduction given by you. Okay. And you opened the for all other candidates. So that was good. And you particularly focused on the time. Okay. So time was a good concern about in your viewpoint. So I like that point especially. Okay. And one thing I noticed that once you started, you did not try to speak much after you open up for the candidates. It felt like कि मैंने बस इंट्रोडक्शन दे दिया, स्टार्ट दे दिया, बस मेरा काम खत्म हो गया. तो मुझे हल्का सा ये फील हुआ था. ठीक है, माइट भी तुमको थोड़ा और पॉइंट्स उस बीच में अपना प्रिपेयर करके रखना चाहिए ताकि तुम उसको और इम्प्रूव कर सको. ठीक है, सो रेज सम मोर वैलिड पॉइंट्स इन ड्यूरिंग कोर्स आफ्टर इंट्रोडक्शन. ओके, क्योंकि इंट्रोडक्शन का वेटेज कुछ नहीं है. लिटरली you are giving a good intro, but that does not sound much. Okay, so discuss more to gather more points and then come to a common conclusion. The main task is group discussion, not the introduction. Okay, so this was the
Okay,
feedback
sir.
about you, Smith. Okay, any questions, Smith?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Next is Ayushi. So Ayushi, you particularly, I like the point that you raised about the place. You focused upon the description about the topographical areas, and you also focus on the type of land for different approvals. So topography was the main concern that you raised. Okay, but the point that I felt you lacked is you only focus on topography. Okay, you stress too much on for topography, and few other points you could have also raised and discussed. Okay.
Yes.
So topography is one of the very important factor, but I think you only focus more on the topography in your every starting. scenario, you focus starting with the
Yeah.
topographical area. So it sounds like, देखो होता क्या है कि हम लोग को एक चीज जो मन में आ गया, हम इसके बारे में बोलेंगे, तो फिर वो लगातार बोलते रहेंगे, ठीक है। बट ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए ना कि केवल वही पॉइंट बोले, और भी पॉइंट्स को कलेक्ट करने का ट्राई करो। तुमको जो स्टार्टिंग में 5 मिनट्स मिलते हैं, तुमको उसमें अलग अलग डायमेंशन से सोचो कि और क्या क्या हो सकता है, ठीक है। Otherwise, your point was very good, and I like that point. Okay, so you try to analyze the good description about the place. ठीक है। Already मैंने latitude and longitude कुछ कुछ mention किया हुआ था. So that is your role कि तुमको वो सारे points ignore करने हैं, ठीक है, कि वो उसका कोई यूज नहीं है। तो क्वेश्चन में कभी कभी ऐसा भी चीज रहेगा जिसका कोई यूज नहीं है। तो आई लाइक कि यू पीपल, किसी ने भी उस बारे में कोई डिस्कशन नहीं किया, क्योंकि latitude longitude कुछ भी हो भैया, उससे हमको क्या मतलब, ठीक है।
Yes, sir.
That's simple.
Sir, I have
So,
one question.
Raishi?
There is a one point in the description that is construction during rainy season. So are we concerned about the shelter of all the people, or we are doing we are talking about?
See, shelter of all people, who will be the manpower? The local people with the manpower. You are not going to transport the manpower from, like, if the construction is going to happen in Assam, you are not going to transport the laborers from Maharashtra or Delhi, okay? So the local people will be workers. So they do not worry about the shelter, because they are habituated to work in the rainy season. They are habituated to live in the rainy season. So that is not your concern. Your concern is how will, like, construction take place during rainy season, because you know, like concreting works and other things. Being a civil engineer, you know very well कि concreting works and all are affected due to the rain. So that has to be taken care कि अगर rainy season होता है तो हम उस टाइम ऐसा चीज काम करें जो जैसे आर्किटेक्ट से अप्रूवल हो गया या फिर लैंड का अप्रूवल हो गया, जो कि उस टाइम कॉन्क्रीटिंग वर्क नहीं हो सकता, उसको चीज को फोकस करना, ठीक है।
Yes, sir. So what is the least important point in all these points?
Least important point according to me should be the see, snakes and other things, what I had given, snake bite and wildlife animal interruption, that I had given from the point of during construction, not for the approvals from sanctuaries and other national parks, okay. So for me, I think it was the snake bites and other minor incidents that happen, because work has to be done with the safety. So these things do not matter much, okay. But if you're thinking from the wildlife point of view, then it becomes a major concern, okay. So that could be taken into priority. But if you are concerned about the safety on the site with respect to the snake bites, or if any wild animal comes in during the construction, so that is the least important point, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, next, so that's all about Ayushi. Prathamesh, you raised your hand. Do you want to speak something?
Yes, sir. You said that entry of me was incorrect because, sir, nobody was giving me chance to, enter the situation. Then how should I do in actual GT?
Now see, how did other people enter? Did anyone enter like you?
They means they entered and kept on talking. So the if two are talking,
This
then it would
happens.
cause
This
clashes.
happens. See, this happens, and you have to be like that only. Okay. So once you have the valid point, you will be able to speak a bit louder. Your voice will have a weight when you speak. Okay. But that is not the point. Ki let me speak. You people have already raised one point. Now let me speak. Okay. If you are still not getting any chance to speak, then can I permission like among from your group only? Okay. But do not. That sounds a bit good, not good, Prathamesh. Okay, to be honest,
Right,
that is not the correct way. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Now next is Kunal Jain. Kunal, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Kunal, one thing I noticed that you focused only on the orders, priority orders. Okay. See, priority order has to be selected, but that has to be selected at the last. In the meantime, during the time of discussion, if you are selecting the priority orders, then that is not a good point. You have to discuss at first. Okay. So your discussion points, I think they were a little bit less. Okay. You discussed in a very unorganized way. Okay. So at first, in the 5 minutes that are given to you, you should concise your points. You should make your note points. Okay. Show me the key points that you have made. Just put your over the video. Key points. How did you made?
I made the key points about rainy season, and
Yes. I understand. Yeah. Whatever. This is
that was
that
my
is good.
concern. I was
Yeah.
concerned about rainy season, so
So
I
you should
spoke
have.
about it. Yes, sir.
You should have discussed more about the your points. Okay. Instead of starting with the orders, then you should have discussed about the points. Order can be given in the last. Okay. So this was my review for you. You could speak in a better organized way.
Sir, I was like, the time was getting over, so I thought that I should start to the.
No, who told you that time is getting over? If the time has to get over, then that they will tell you. Okay, 20 minutes are more than enough. More than enough for a proper discussion. Okay, you feel that your time is getting short. Don't feel it like that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So once that time will be over, they will give you the signal. Yes, your time is over. Now conclude. Then if you have the point, then you can start concluding. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Next is Devraj.
Yes, sir.
So you told about the snakes and other animals least concern. Okay. So am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Just hold a second. Devraj,
Yes. Carry on, sir.
I was telling कि look, plays an important role. Okay, but for the manpower, not for the land approvals and all. Okay, so land acquisition is that stage in which that has to be prioritized before the local support of the people. Okay, yeah, it happens. Your point is good. It happens because some of the lands are tribal areas land, so they may face difficulty in procuring the land from tribal people. Okay, so this is a point, but local support this point does not play a very much important role other than the land acquisition part. Okay, and then climate and geologists specialists see climate does not play any significant role in this entire construction process, because in any climate construction process has to go on. Even if it is rainy season, then the pace of construction should be slow, but it cannot be like the construction work would be stopped. Okay.
Sir, one point, sir. Sir, as it is mentioned in the problem statement that a snake and other wild animals will be concerned for construction, I thought that as a local people, they may know that
See,
as
that they will help, but during the course of construction. But
Yes,
there
sir.
are other points as well which has to be taken before the construction. Na? You are not going to start your construction from day one. You are going to get the approvals. You are going to get all the approvals cleared. Then you are going to arrange the layouts, drawing finalized, and other things are there. Right?
I thought that before construction, we need to analyze the land with the help of that geologist and climate specialist.
I understand that one. That can be a good point. See, in GT, nothing is correct or nothing is wrong, but the focus on point should be more. Okay. So order could have been improved. Okay, that's the only suggestion from my side. And try to speak a bit more. You also raised only 2 to 3 points. Okay, so try to speak more if you get the chance. Okay, yeah. So 5 students I have given. The next one is Bloody Face, Mr. Bloody Face Raman. Yeah.
Raman Pathak.
Yes, Raman. So I liked your points. Very good connection with the those points which you have raised. Okay, I mean, audible
Not
now,
audible,
Raman?
you're lagging.
Hello, Raman. Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, audible.
So I liked your conclusion, especially the way you concluded was absolutely decent. Okay, and you focus on the planning phase as well, so that was very good. Manpower focus should not be there. Okay, so you some at some point of time you also focused on the manpower. So that I do not remember the exact scenario where you mentioned, but I feel that you somehow mentioned the point of manpower which was not at appropriate at that point. Okay, and you had repeated one point which Prathamesh or some other had already told, ki internet before transportation. So that is, once it is raised, you should not tell ki, yeah, I agree that this is also good. Okay, that is done. Okay, you have to add something, then you can add, but do not speak like it sounds ki the thing is similar to other one. Okay, 2 or 3 people should not repeat the same point. That is my concern. Okay, Rest, your expressions were good, your point of concern was good, your interaction was very good. Okay. Any questions,
Sir,
Aman?
but, sir, I also now mentioned this land acquisition and these points, so I also written. But
Land acquisition. Yeah, I just
uh,
marked your there. Yeah, that is why I'm telling you your
but sir,
conclusion was very good.
I repeated because earlier
No,
people they
this
discussed.
this
So
you repeated by adding the points. Okay, so adding points is a good option, but repeating point is not a good option. That is I'm telling. Adding to the already spoken point is a very good thing, but repeating the same thing. Yes, I agree with him that he has done good. It is not a good one. Okay. Yeah. Next is Aman.
Yes, sir.
Aman, so Aman, you focus in the starting. You focus on earthquake and then for approvals. See, approvals already include the earthquake and other criteria. Okay, so you have decided to go there. Then that it means that you are going to build in a earthquake zone. Okay, so your design factors that you undertake should take care of earthquake, not the approval stage. Okay, आपको डिजाइन ऐसा करना है कि आप earthquake से resistant बनाओ. ठीक है, अब अर्थक्वेक होता ही है तो वहां पे ठीक है होगा तो होगा, लेकिन हमको अपना बिल्डिंग तो इतना स्ट्रांग रखना है कि वहां पे अर्थक्वेक नहीं हो. ठीक है, तो इस चीज पे
Sir,
थोड़ा ध्यान देना. Another thing is कि you told that internet connectivity should be focused after transportation. That is not a good point. ठीक है, which I felt कि आपको थोड़ा उस पे मतलब सोचना पड़ेगा कैसे आप ट्रांसपोर्ट करोगे मटेरियल्स अगर इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी सही नहीं रहेगा. फॉर ईच एंड एवरी फॉलो अप दैट यू आर गोइंग टू टेक, उसको वो मैटर करता है. ठीक है.
okay, sir.
So these 2 points I noticed about you, and you should also try to speak more. ठीक है, थोड़ा ज्यादा और बोलने का हैबिट डालो. ठीक है, after concealing your
Yes,
points.
sir. But like I was trying to, but I was not getting the chance.
ठीक है, keep it on कि अगर आपके पास चांस मिले तो आप बोलो. ठीक है, आपके पॉइंट्स रेज
Okay.
करो. ठीक है. So that was all about you, Aman. Next is Bhukya Sai. Yes.
Yes,
Bhukya,
sir.
in the starting you you started just after the introduction. ठीक है, and you started the mentioning the order of points and without discussing. Okay, you just starting that the first should be this, second should be this, third should be this, and without any proper discussion. That is not a good scenario. Okay, so once you raise a point, once you prioritize anything, then you should tell yes why I am prioritizing this, or selecting and coming to the conclusion is the last important thing. Okay, you should at first focus on the discussion part कि why you are prioritizing this, why you should go there, because आपने जो order select किया होगा वो कुछ सोच के किया होगा, तो क्या सोचा वो आपको एक्सप्रेस करना होता है.
ये सर फर्स्ट ऑर्डर में मैं ये जो सेलेक्ट किया था ना सर कि लैंड एक्विजिशन, उसका बारे में डिस्कस करने वाला था, लेकिन रेस्ट ऑफ मेंबर्स
तब तक में आप में मेंबर से स्टार्ट हो गए. इसका मतलब क्या था कि आपके जो पॉइंट्स आ रहे थे वो ऐसा लग रहा था बाकी लोगों को कि ये उस टाइम उतने इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स नहीं है, तो उससे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट जो है वो डिस्कस किया जाए. तो आप उसी चीज को एनालाइज करो कि आपने क्या ऐसा बोला कि आपके पॉइंट्स वो उस टाइम इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं लगे, उस पर उतना वेट नहीं पड़ा, ताकि दूसरे लोगों ने मेरे से मौका लिया. ठीक है, तो आप थोड़ा अपना जो 5 मिनट का टाइम मिलता है उसमें कंसाइल करो पॉइंट्स को सही से कि आपको कैसे कैसे क्या क्या बोलना है. ठीक है, एंड देन आपने भी वो रिपीट किया था कि इंटरनेट बिफोर ट्रांसपोर्ट, तो वो पॉइंट्स थोड़ा अवॉइड करो कि एक बार जो हो चुका है तो सेम चीज आई एग्री की ऐसे रिपीट करना नहीं, मतलब आई एग्री ऐसे वैसे कि उसने बोला ठीक है, दैट इज गुड. अगर आपको ऐड करना है देन दैट इज अ गुड पॉइंट, बट डू नॉट गो कि आप मतलब इसको कंटिन्यूअस उसी वे में एक्सप्रेस कर रहे हो, रिपीट कर रहे हो सेम चीज. ओके फाइन.
ओके सर.
Rest you can go do very well, and the entire team was good. Okay, try to speak a little bit more. ठीक है, and the discussion
सर
was
एक
fairly
डाउट था.
हाँ बोलो.
सर जो अभी मतलब आपने ग्रुप टास्क दिया था, तो उसको पहले से प्रिपेयर कुछ करके आए कि वहीं पर जाकर मतलब वही मतलब कोई प्रिपरेशन ना करें पहले से?
नहीं, इसका क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है, ग्रुप टास्क तो तुमको नया ही मिलेगा ना, तुमको ये मान के चलना
हाँ
है
तो
कि
सर
ग्रुप टास्क.
मतलब
हाँ,
प्रिपेयर नहीं करें, मतलब
नहीं,
फिर पीआई पे फोकस करें.
प्रैक्टिस करो, प्रिपेयर नहीं. ये नहीं कि तुम स्पीच नहीं देने जा रहे हो वहां पे. ठीक है, तुम
ओके
डिस्कस
सर.
करने जा रहे हो वहां पे. ओके, या
ओके.
sir,
so
one more
this
doubt.
was all about group 1. For group 2 I will schedule another time. Okay, so you might have seen how the people have faced the group discussion here, group task here. So I will schedule another time and I will let Jayesh know. what will be the convenient time for group 2 discussion, group task session. Okay, fine.
ओके सो गाइस, जिन्होंने भी ग्रुप टास्क दिया है और सभी लोग थे, मुझे 1 मिनट दीजिए आप. Give me a second, and please you can switch on your camera. Please switch on. Everybody can switch on their camera, right? Okay. Even Ketan sir, even you. Okay. Leave कौन किया? Who has left? Shit यार, left कौन किया?
I want to ask one point.
Yes sir, पूछ लीजिए आप.
सर अगर ऐसा लगेगा कि इसमें जो 2-3 वर्क है जो साइमल्टेनियसली करना चाहिए, मतलब उसको ऑर्डर अगर मतलब कि नहीं मतलब इसको 3 जिस तरह 7-8 मतलब जो भी है.
I understand. तो आप बोलो ना कि हाँ इसको साइमल्टेनियसली करना चाहिए. आपको ये कहाँ फिक्स थोड़ी बोला गया कि एमसीक्यू थोड़ी है ये तो डिस्कशन है ना. तो आप बोलो कि आप साइमल्टेनियसली कर सकते हैं.
जैसे प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट था कि इसको क्रॉनिकल ऑर्डर में मतलब अरेंज करना है, तो वो कोई नेसेसरी नहीं है ना सर. अगर हम 3-4 काम अगर साथ में करें.
सब्जेक्टिव अप्रोच है. अप्रोच शुड बी सब्जेक्टिव नॉट ऑब्जेक्टिव. आप एमसीक्यू नहीं खेल रहे हो, ठीक है. आप सब्जेक्टिव एनालिसिस कर रहे हो, ठीक है. देन यू कैन स्पीक. ठीक है, एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. ठीक है, फाइन गाइस, आई एम लीविंग द सेशन. जयेश, कैन आई लीव नाउ?
Yes sir, you can leave. Okay, I will be taking the reviews. Thank you for your session. I will you can call me.
हाँ, okay.
Okay.